It says, then keep your tongue from speaking evil and keep your lips from telling lies. Turn away from evil and do good. Search for peace and work to maintain it. So, number one, keep your tongue from speaking evil. Okay. I've gotten a lot better with my tongue. The word also tells us that, our words, the tongue, has the power of life and death. And that's something that I'm still working on and I've gotten better at. But our words definitely have power, and we need to stop speaking, evil things, and stop wishing evil, and stop spreading evil with our words. Another thing is to keep your lip from telling lies. I've told lies. Most people have told lies. I'm not a person at this stage in my life that feels comfortable with lying. At this point, little lies, I get such a guilt trip that it's really better for me not to lie. But sometimes, I do find myself with little things, like say I am supposed to do something for someone and, they call me, did you do it? And I'm like, oh yeah, I just got it done. And then really I don't do it until I hang up the phone with them. Um, Something minor like that, but it's still a lie. And sometimes I have been called dramatic in the past, and this forum is going to be honest because I want people to really, begin to have this conversation with themselves. But I guess sometimes I can exaggerate a little bit. Um, I'm not going to say I'm dramatic, but I will say that there have been times when I want people to know how they affected me and how they hurt me, and I kind of pour it on thick. So just to kind of get them to feel to be sorry, and that's really not a good thing. So we have to watch even the small lies, and just to bring us closer to God. Now, one thing I want to say is that we're all sinners, we're not perfect, and that's why we needed Jesus to die on a cross for us and to be our blood sacrifice. So for people who are wondering or saying, well, Jesus came so you know sins are okay because we're forgiven. Jesus did come to forgive our sins. However, even though Jesus did not condemn us, he told us to go and sin no more. So the goal is still to strive towards holiness and strive towards doing things God's way, even though we will fall along the way. The purpose is to get back up and keep striving, to keep moving, pressing towards that mark. One thing about me, I'm not perfect, but one thing I can say is that I sin a lot less than I did in my youth. As I become more mature, I'm grown, and as I get older and grow more mature and get further along in my walk with God, my journey with God, I sin less. The desire to sin has gone away. The desire to be involved with a lot of different things just no longer exists. I don't find any type of pleasure in it. I don't want anything to do with it. It's not because, I'm afraid that, I'm going to go to hell. It's because I just don't want to be that person. I am a child of God, and I want to glorify God. I love God. That's really the thing. I love him. And when you love someone, you want to please them. So I sin less because I want to please God. But back to Psalm 34. So David teaches us not to use our tongue to speak evil, and not to lie. One of the next things that he teaches us or suggests that we do is to turn away from evil and do good. Search for peace and work to maintain it. Turn away from evil and do good. That's a big one. Turning away from evil actions, from evil thoughts, from evil ways. There is evil in the world. There is an adversary. Satan does exist. We live in a spiritual realm, and we're in spiritual warfare. And as you know, the word tells us, this world, belongs to Satan. Satan is the ruler of the world. Believers, we're in the world, but we're not of the world. This world is ruled by Satan. It's full of sin. It's full of evil. But as believers, as children of God, we're set apart, and we need to turn away from evil and do good. And in today's culture, it's really not that cool to do good. I like being good, what's considered good. I like being pleasant. I like being kind. I like serving others. I like conservative, traditional things that many people find to be kind of corny and not cool. But it works for me, and it brings me peace. It brings me the rewards, the fruit that comes with being this way. I not only try to do good because I want to please God, but really I don't feel at peace when I do something that's not good. I have call it a guilty conscience or whatever, but I'm not pleasant to be around because I just feel wretched. And I end up, going back and asking for forgiveness anyhow. So I'm at the stage in my life where I try not to put myself through that, and just try my best to do good. Seek peace. I don't like conflict at all, and I seek peace. I mentioned that I fight a lot of battles, and I would say I fight a lot of battles because people step to me, not because I want to. I am a peaceful person, but for some reason, just as with David, and this happens with people who are called out to serve God, you will face a lot of attacks from people, and it really doesn't make any sense. I'm an extremely nice person and a loving person, but still I'm faced with a lot of battles, and particularly from other females. And it's something that just needs to be dealt with. So I find myself fighting battles, which I will respond. That's one thing about me, and something that I'm working on. I respond to everything.